Hello, I am Silvia Espinal-Meza, Peruvian and doctoral researcher in education at the University of Bristol in the UK. I'm delighted to contribute to this NORRAG special issue focuses on education for societal transformation, alternatives for a just future. Well, social justice is part of my research agenda committed to the revalorization of indigenous knowledge from the voices of rural teachers in Peru. Rural teachers in Peru have been historically excluded from official channels due to post-colonial wounds associated with racism, poverty, and exclusion of their own knowledges. Throughout my paper, I am showing the potential of critical pedagogies for reappraising the indigenous knowledge from the voices of a group of teachers working in Cusco and Ayacucho in the southern highlands of Peru. These teachers are promoting Freudian concepts such as dialogue and critical conscientiousness to show their students, the cultural meanings associated with their Quechua surnames. For example, meanings associated with guidance and strength are helpful to empower students to be proud of their indigenous roots and reflecting critically about their own heritage and history. As one teacher said, I give each student a mission based on their surnames and meanings, and they work together. So it is how to bring that cosmovision to put each one in their spirit. It's not monetary value, it's a spiritual value, it's emotion. These teachers are also engaging with their communities by including the voices of wise elders, in Quechua Yachaks. These wise elders are teaching children about Quechua culture and their value for everyday life. Yachaks teach students on how to cultivate the land, for example, while others give talks about festivities and important dates relevant to their community. This cultural information is key in building that communal calendar at the beginning of each year. These social justice practices are a way of resistance to neoliberal policies, which are focused on quality education and with a very weak conceptualization of social justice in education. So far from addressing historical exclusions in the country since the first years of 1990s, neoliberal policies in Peru are not interested in discussing key issues of post-colonial legacies such as racism and historical poverty. Being aware of this historical discrimination and huge inequalities in the country, these rural teachers are promoting alternative pedagogies for fighting against injustices in Peru, showing, for example, the power of dance, dialogue, and environmental care towards the revalorization of indigenous knowledge. In other words, this is the buen vivir. Buen vivir, which is not only material, but also spiritual. Finally, I want to take this opportunity to invite you to read this paper and hope you will remain committed to social justice in education by including the voices of marginalized populations to revalorize indigenous knowledge. Thank you very much.